This may sound like an unusual question. Let's ask you, Mr. Jarzen, since you're over human resources. What do you tell the employees? You know, I'm sure they've got to be uncomfortable or having a little bit of concern, obviously, about this situation. What can they do in times like this?
Just a couple of points. We've always prided ourselves in communicating with our people.
Right.
So they knew many months ago that the business was not going very well, not just for Cooper Tire, but the industry itself. So we kept them very well informed. Obviously, as soon as this news broke, we had communication meetings, so everybody knows what's going on. And all we've asked them to do is to continue to hold their heads up, come to work every day and work hard, conserve our resources, reduce waste, and be productive as they always have been, and let the study do its job, and hopefully we'll come out okay.
Right. So you have to keep them focus on the job, but at the same time give them a good pat on the back and let them know, you know, that we're going to get through this thing, I guess, you know, together. Mr. Roof, anything you want to add to that?
No, I think Terry expressed it very well, that, and as you did, it's mandatory that our employees, everybody, stay focused on their current job and do it the best they can, and do it better than they did the day before.
Right, exactly. Okay. I want to ask this question, and maybe this is a question that could be on the minds of several in North Mississippi. We all are so excited about Toyota being a part of this area and bringing in all the positive things that company will bring in. Is there any way to connect those two dots? Connect one of the most impressive car manufacturers in the world to one of the most outstanding tire manufacturers in the world. Can those two in some way work together and especially ensure the stability of this local plant?
I think so, Terry. I think the two key words are community and support. We have supported Toyota coming to our community, and I'm very confident if they support us in keeping us going, that it's just all part of what we're all about here in Northeast Mississippi, working together.
So is that from a community standpoint, or would that be a business standpoint too?
That would be a business standpoint too. You know, competition, let's say we're talking about employees, workforce, I think it's healthy. I think it keeps you on your toes and makes you more responsive. So it doesn't scare us as far as being a competitor, but it does kind of warm us as being a fellow industry working together in the community.
Right. I guess what I'm asking, and again, this may be a stupid question to ask, and you all just overlook me. Could you take your tires and put them on their cars? Is that, I know what you've said about describing what you do in your market, the aftermarket, the replacement tire market, huge business. But you see what I'm saying? And I know that sounds all overly simplistic, but that's probably not an option there, I guess, is it?
Well, we don't use the word never, but we have not participated in the OE market up to this point,
right? And
currently do not have any plans to do that. Okay. So therefore, as far as supplying Toyota with tires, that's not on the table right now.
Gotcha. Okay. Let's talk about what North Mississippi's doing to try to keep this plant open. And let's start again back with you, David. It's called Cooper Proud. You've already been on YouTube, right? And doing some things there to help get the word out. Talk to us a little bit about that effort.
Well, when we first heard the news that we were being part of the study, obviously that's something that you get delivered on your plate that you hadn't predicted. Although this community competes well for new businesses, and so we just changed the machinery to compete well for an existing plant. Our mindset is we're going to recruit Cooper all over again. And that's kind of how we've gone into it. We've put a community team together that includes the mayor, the city council, board of supervisors, providers like electricity, natural gas, water, etc., and really focused on our piece of this paradigm, which is really the cost piece locally. You know, you think about it just for a second. Cooper Tire is a tremendous enterprise here locally, but the value of Cooper is what they produce and the employees that draw their salaries here and are part of our community. So we want to focus on that. You know, how do we retain and expand Cooper Tire? The big benefit here is that one plant will close, and then when it's not the Tupelo plant, we'll actually get an expansion out of the plant that might close. And that's difficult for someone else to lose a job in another area of the country, but from us it's a glass that's half full instead of half empty. So we've focused on our part. 60% of a tire is raw material cost or transportation. So we've only got really 40%, and a big part of that is the labor piece. What does it cost to make a tire from a labor standpoint? But electricity, natural gas, water and sewer, taxes. Cooper basically pays taxes to schools. We've exempted a lot of their equipment over the years and exempt their new equipment as they bring it in. So there's not a lot of leverage, and so we've gone to the state, and the state of Mississippi has responded tremendously. They put a package together that we'll have to lobby through in January and February in the legislature, but one that our legislators will support, something that makes sense, it's rational. It's not a giveaway program, it's a development program for the future.
Yeah. We don't have time to go into all the details of that, but the time frame, I guess, is what I'm thinking about. I think, if I remember correctly, the company said it would make the announcement mid-January.
Correct.
Yeah. Is that all going to work?
Yeah, we have to actually present our proposal by the 1st of December.
Okay.
They'll evaluate that proposal, and then they'll make their decision and make some announcements in January. In that process, the governor has already called the chairman of the board of Cooper Tire and told him that he's made commitments that he will fulfill in January and February as the legislature comes into session.
Yeah, very good. This concept, Cooper Proud, I was referring to the YouTube. You and help me out, I'm sorry.
Mitch Waycaster, Senator Roger Wicker, and Tommy Lee Ivey from the Lee County Board of Supervisors shot a YouTube video Friday a week ago, and we've had over 1,000 hits now on YouTube, people looking at the Cooper Proud video.
Just real quickly, David, give us the perspective that we should have in this community in North Mississippi to this situation, because, folks saying, well, I don't work there, I don't live in Tupelo, so forth and so on. We talked earlier about the fact that many people live in many other counties, other communities, other than just Tupelo and Lee County. But this has far-reaching impact.
It certainly does. As the Mayor Neely said, people from all over the region work in this plant. And we want to make sure that it survives and thrives and it has a chance to expand for the future.
And this week, one of the events was a T-shirt giveaway type thing outside the plant that has Cooper Proud on it. What's the purpose of that kind of event?
Well, Cooper Corporate has asked us not to campaign. Other communities are doing other things that are really not sanctioned. So we wanted to focus on employees and employee pride and community pride within the employees. And so Reed's Department Store and CDF have commissioned, along with the Board of Supervisors and Tupelo City, a Cooper Proud T-shirt to be given to all employees. It was given this Thursday at 2 o'clock to all employees, and they have a chance to wear that and be Cooper Proud throughout the community. And if you'd like to buy one, there is for sale at Reed's. They'll be selling them there. Okay,
and I think Jeff Snyder at the mall at Barnes Crossing has donated a kiosk there. If you all just see that that's something. Again, so more than just the employees become aware of this situation. Folks may be watching it either on this program or on our newscast, learning about Cooper Tire, but if they're in the mall, and a lot of people be in the mall during the holiday season, they can see that and become more familiar with the situation that's going on. Mayor, we're almost out of time. Let's talk about from the city standpoint. You briefly talked about the fact that the city is all in support of things, but what kind of things do you see you and the council doing, if anything that you're able to, between now and January?
We're working as a group with the state, the county, the community development, the foundation, the city. We are working in all of the areas of cost reduction that can benefit the plant. But
right,
I tell you one thing, Terry, that everybody that's watching this program today can do to help, and believe me, it's important to every citizen of Northeast Mississippi. Go out and put 4 new Cooper tires on your car if you need them today.
All right, that's the note we're going to have to end on. We appreciate all four of you being here. Terry Jarson, also Ron Roof, both with Cooper Tire, Mayor Ed Neely, and of course David Rombarger, President, CEO of Community Development Foundation. We appreciate so much all of you taking the time out of your very busy schedules to be with us on our program. And we do thank you for joining us today on this program. Again, Cooper Tire says that it'll probably be announcing which plant it may have to close sometime in mid-January. We'll continue to keep you posted on that information as well. Thank you for joining us on this edition of Focus. We hope to see you again next time.